Yes, people, should you buy lowering springs for your X3M? Should you buy any lowering solution for your X3M? I made a video already on lowering springs. I'm gonna do it one more time, but this time I'm gonna actually rip the band-aid off. Here's the deal. I'm gonna make a case for why you should put lowering springs in your car and a case where you should not. I happen to fall into the category of you should not. Okay, the main and only reason for you putting lowering springs in your car is because you're into looks and you want your car to look cool, so you just drop the car. Me personally, I'm not really too big into the looks. I'm big into performance. I'm a drag racer. I've been drag racing for a long time. So hear me now. The reason for me not wanting to put lowering springs on the car is because I truly daily drive this vehicle. I truly daily drive it, which means tire wear is going to be extremely important to me. I can't just leave all that thread on my tires just because I want to look cool. For the guys who drive their vehicle on the weekends and here and there, you know what I'm saying, car shows and so forth, go right ahead. But if you're a guy who truly dailies this vehicle, you're going to feel it. This vehicle is not what people think. I thought differently also. Let me just show you what's going on right now. I bought struts for the car. These are not dealer struts, because the dealer struts, even on FCP Euro website, they're like about $1,800 a piece. I am trying to make sure this car is back to spec 100%, so I bought some struts. These struts are going to be available for purchase on my page at some point, my Facebook page at some point. I'm just gonna do some testing right now. They're not dealer parts, so I'm gonna let you guys know how they perform. And I am a good candidate to test these because you've seen the roads I drive on and you've seen how people call it abuse, so I abuse the vehicle. I don't purposely abuse the vehicle, but I actually use the truck as a work truck. So you guys will actually get a real world test of these suspension pieces, these struts. I have not seen these struts yet. I had to change the struts. If you've been following my reels, you'll know that I bent one, but the truck came with problems. I had a problem on this truck that nobody could tell me what it was. I brought it to the mechanic and the mechanic told me, man, when I told him exactly what was going on, I said, listen, man, at about I can't tell you exactly, at a certain speed, I feel this slight tremor. They checked the suspension. The first thing the mechanic said to me was, well, you shouldn't be driving that fast anyway, that's illegal. He thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny at all. I truly wanted it fixed. At a certain speed, I would feel the driver's side wheel kind of wobbling a bit. It felt like it was a slight rattle. I made my friend drive the vehicle. He drove it and he said he felt nothing. So it's kind of hard to feel it. You'd have to be driving at a certain speed and going around a slight turn, then you'll kind of feel it. Couldn't figure it out. But now it got so bad that I know exactly what's wrong with the vehicle. So I bought these struts to solve the problem. I'm seeing these struts for the first time, just so you guys know. First time I'm seeing these struts. So let's see. I'm gonna be doing testing on them because I can't spend $1,800 on struts. Look, man, a lot of you guys are rich. I am not, so I have to save where I can. There are guys in the Caribbean buying these vehicles. Trust me, brothers, I'm telling you, $1,800 for a strut is not a joke, man. That's a lot of money, man. Think about it. So anyway, so I found a solution here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll test it. I will be the guy who will be testing these struts for you guys. So here we go. Let's see, I'm seeing, as I said before, I'm seeing these struts for the first time. Let's see what they look like. Just the struts. Here we go, here we go. Look at them. There we go. Packaging nice. Let me just show you. Comes with a little piece of foam in there, just to keep it from rattling around. You know, these came a far away. So you're seeing the struts. And believe it or not, they are left and right side struts, all right? So these are the struts for the vehicle. And of course, strut mounts. Now, if you want to know what was destroyed on my vehicle, the strut mount was actually what was destroyed. But the thing is, I kind of want to test this thing out with these strut mounts, even though I bought some strut mounts from FCP Euro. Give me a sec here. You guys know this brand? I bought 2 strut mounts and look, they come with fasteners. So big up to FCP Euro. Big up to FCP Euro. I bought some strut mounts for the car. Okay. Came with fasteners also. So what I'd like to do is I really don't want to I really do want to give this a real world test. In other words, I kind of want to do it with these. Now these strut mounts, let me see if there's any major difference, because I can tell you these struts are, I will not lie, are very inexpensive struts. This is the one from FCP Euro, these strut mounts. Let me show you. Strut mounts from FCP Euro. All right. Let's put it up there. Strut mounts FCP Euro. You guys know the brand. I'm trying to see if there's any difference. I really don't want to disturb the test. In other words, I don't want to make, I want to give a true and accurate representation, accurate test. So I really don't want to take these strut mounts which I trust. This whole setup here, I really don't trust it. It was very inexpensive, and as I said before, if this works, trust me. And you know what I see? I notice this is here. Take a look. I noticed it has a little nipple. There's a little nipple here. It does have the plug here for the adaptive suspension, the dynamic suspension, I should say. It looked pretty good. I mean, the only thing is, this is supposed to be nitrogen filled. And I don't know, man. Could they possibly put air in here? Because you know why nitrogen is used, right? You have consistent pressure inside the strut. These things have like about 13 bars or 14 bars of pressure inside there when they compress them. So it's a lot of pressure inside here. So the last thing I want is to have, see, under gas, but we'll see. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test these and tell you guys if these are any good. We'll see how long they last, because this is very inexpensive. I don't know if FCP Euro sells these separately, sells the fasteners for them, because what I could do, return these, use the strut which I have with the strut mount, and use their fasteners. So I'm gonna find out if they sell these separately. I'm assuming they do. All right, so we will see. But ultimately, I will be testing these and we'll see how they work out. Now, back to the rest of the video. So I bought this vehicle, almost 2 years ago, and I never really got the true experience because somebody already put spacers on there and put lowering springs. Let me enjoy that for a minute, then I'll consider whether or not I'm gonna go coilovers. Yes, I said coilovers. So yes, nothing wrong with going lowering springs if you're into aesthetics. I am also into it a little bit, but I'm more into performance. My car has H&R springs on there, and it does look cool. Is the ride, can you tolerate the ride? Absolutely, you can tolerate the ride. Do I like it? No, I don't like it, but I don't like it for several reasons. One, I truly daily drive my car. And for that reason, I am on the road 24/7. I want as much, you see these things? $500 per tire. I want as much life as I can get out of them. I'm not rich like some of you guys, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I get the most out of my tires. And I've done another reel showing what the tire wear looks like and how much thread is left on the other side. So because there's no camber adjustment, you're going to run into that issue. It comes naturally from factory with some camber. It's a performance car, so it handles better in corner. It's a compromise. So you're going to go through tires a little bit more than the average car. You're not gonna have tires riding straight up where you get to wear the entire tire, you know, evenly. So that's just the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it. No, all I'm gonna say is, I am not a big fan of how it rides. It has a way, right? These springs have a way of when they go in a depression and you come up, it almost feels like the spring, let me show you what I'm talking about. It almost feels like the shock, the damper, which is what you call the shock, actually extends higher than the spring is able to put tension. So it feels kind of squirmish up top when it comes out of the depression. When it goes down and it comes up, for some reason it feels pretty weird. I don't like it. The suspension on this truck is already very stiff. I've gone around corners before. I had hit a bump and the truck literally jumped up and moved over in the other lane, which is very scary. I've had the truck jump, like bounce into the other lane, partially. Very, very scary how stiff this is. I would say, save your money, buy some coilovers, take your tax return, buy some coilovers, leave those lowering springs alone, unless, as I said before, you want an inexpensive solution to to look really cool, not a problem, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I love how this thing look, absolutely love it. But there's no other benefit whatsoever. And if you guys are gonna tell me about body roll, you know what I'm saying, lateral forces, let me just say this to you right now. The likelihood of you being able to push your vehicle to the point where you have exceeded what you can get from these, the stock ones, is probably not gonna ever happen. So for you to come to me and say that yes, you're gonna get less body roll because the vehicle is lower, yes, you're moving the center of gravity lower, you can't possibly push the car. I've yet to find the limit of this truck, and I suspect if I find the limit, I'm probably gonna crash, because it doesn't tell you where the limit is. No matter how hard I corner this truck, it just sits there like nothing. So I am not gonna be the one to try and find the limit, because I can't afford to destroy this truck. I actually like my truck. People think I don't, because you know, it seemed like I abuse it. I don't abuse it, I use it as a daily driver, so that's just the way it is. But anyway, I'm into aesthetics a little bit, performance, a big deal to me. And besides, I'm about to modify the vehicle, and I wanna make sure this truck runs 11.6 and a quarter before I start modifying the vehicle. In other words, BMW says this truck is supposed to run 11.6 and a quarter mile. Most of you guys have no clue if your vehicle was able to do it. And I know this because when I went to the track to race my truck, I was the only one who ran a 12.0. Everybody else ran a slow time. I ran a flat 12.0 in this truck without any launch control. In other words, we literally drove off the line because I couldn't get the launch control to work, and I thought it was all used up. But for the most part, I will tell you, before you modify your vehicle, you want to make sure you get a nice baseline. So modification is coming for the truck. I just wanted to enjoy the truck as is. Truck is fast as is. I want to make sure this thing runs 11.6 or somewhere around there. Some run 11.5, we're going to see what it gets, and then we're going to modify the vehicle. I'm not one of you guys who just buy the vehicle and start throwing parts on there. No, 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 no. By the way, guys, I've made up my mind on what platform I'm going with. But with MHD, I have three choices: Ecotech, MHD, and boot mode. Is it boot mode or boot mod 3? Either way, I already know who I'm going with, what I'm going with, and who's my tuner. I'm going to reveal that at some point when I'm ready to put some numbers down. But for right now, I'm going to test the truck and see if it actually runs a 11.6 quarter mile time before I do anything else. Plugs change, do a walnut blasting on it if I have carbon buildup. I'll make sure the truck is good. And I also have to fortify the diff bolt. So before I do any nonsense and start modifying the vehicle, I want to make sure I'm doing it the right way. The one-piece drive shaft, I don't think I want to do that, man, because again, I daily drive the vehicle. I don't know, there got to be a solution where there's a two-piece solution that's stronger. I don't think I'm gonna make that much power to worry about it, because I'm smart enough to not put ridiculously wide and sticky tires on here. So I think I should be fine. Well, anyway, that's it for this video. I bought struts. I'm gonna test them. I'm gonna let you guys know how they turn out, all right? Thank you for stopping by.